Saat ini, Anda sedang mendengarkan radio era baru. Green Radio Line, Beyond the Limit.
Hi, it's really honored that we could talk to you, and I'm really happy to just, thank you so much for letting us to just talk and even give your message to our listeners. And now, maybe I would like to say thank you, okay, of course. And then I would like to introduce myself. My name is Livia Octaviani. I'm the broadcaster or the host of BUMI Kita program. It's the program that shares about environment issues in international and also a local one. And then yeah, for the Green Radio Line itself, is a radio like website radio that we are established in 2020, and now we are still air as a like a website radio, and we have a lot of platforms like YouTube, Instagram, something like that. And yeah, it's really it's really honored to just talk to you right now. And can you introduce yourself for our listeners, please?
Hi, yo, everyone. What's up? How you guys doing today? I'm Fauzi, and I'm Indonesian, but right now I live in Hungary, Budapest. I've been living here for I think it's already 10 months. Oh, next month's gonna be 1 year. It's
Oh,
going to be the
great.
first anniversary of me living in Hungary, in
Mm-hmm.
Budapest. Yeah, we work here, and yeah, I'm really excited to talk to you all and meet Livia.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are actually experiencing together with Green Radio. It's not my first time experience.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be there, like
Okay.
with Michiko, if you know her.
Uh-huh.
She Michiko and the other girl, I forgot her name.
Okay.
And it was like 2 years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
was invited to be one of the speaker on
Mm-hmm.
in one of the program. I forgot the name of the program, but it was a really great experience. And now here the second time, I'm super excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so do
yeah.
I.
That's all about myself.
Uh-huh.
And you can ask more. I'm 20. I'm 26 years. 36, 37, 27 years old.
Okay. Okay.
I'm from Pekanbaru, actually.
Uh-huh.
I'm from Pekanbaru, and I studied in University of Riau,
Okay.
Unri, and
Mm-hmm.
I took international relations. Yep, that's all.
Okay, great. Can I ask what year that you are graduated from Universitas Riau
Oh,
itself?
yeah, it was 2000, and oh my God, I forgot. I need to check my diploma certificate now.
Okay, that's okay.
It was it was around 2016, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
okay.
Yeah, I graduated from Unri
Mm-hmm.
on sorry in 2016 or 17, and
Okay,
after
great.
that I moved to Jakarta and I
Mm-hmm.
worked there for 8 months, and after that I moved to Malaysia, and
Great.
now I'm here in Europe in Budapest. Yeah.
Amazing. And then
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. I really want to say thank you. I didn't know how to express it, but thank you
No
so much
worries.
for letting us to talk to you. And then yeah, maybe I really am curious about why the reason
Mhm.
why you are moving from like you are moving from Indonesians, you are rise in Indonesians, and you are also work in Malaysia. You said, and then now you're working in Hungary. Why? What is the reason?
The reason is
Uh huh.
all about money.
Okay, good. We are
No,
craving
just
money.
kidding.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
yeah, that's actually serious. It's about money.
Uh
But
huh.
there's another supporting reason.
Mhm.
So I used to work in Malaysia for 2 years, and oh no, the beginning was when I was in senior high school.
Okay.
In when I was in the senior high school, I always had a dream to work in overseas or
Okay.
abroad in
Mhm.
another countries, the countries that have a different culture, different language, different environment. So
Mhm.
that's the beginning of the story. So when I was in the senior high school, and after that I searched about a lot of information about
Mhm.
a lot of opportunities to go overseas, but I didn't make it when I was in the senior high school.
Okay.
Then, as I entered the university, I studied in international relations, and
Mm-hmm.
I search again how to go to overseas, like how to go to another countries.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks God, I joined a lot of international exchange program.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to the America state. I went
Okay.
to I went to DC, Washington DC,
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, and another Nashville in USA. So I went to USA for a short student exchange,
Uh-huh.
and after that I got an opportunity to go to South Korea. I went
Oh,
to
great.
Busan, and Busan. And
Mm-hmm.
after that I went to Thailand, Bangkok, for
Uh-huh.
another international exchange program.
Amazing.
And I went to Cambodia and India,
Uh-huh.
and what's that? The Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
and Germany and Netherlands. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to those countries, and
Amazing.
I went there to learn more about
Mm-hmm.
civic engagement, about youth movement, every
Mm-hmm.
single youth movement related to the social issues, like uh, we were discussing about poverty, about environmental issues,
Okay.
about human rights, about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the experience of me when went to abroad because of the student exchange. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that the second thing. And the
Okay.
third thing, after I got those experience, and I remember again,
Mm-hmm.
I have to work in overseas, in abroad. So after I finished my study in the university, I
Yes.
migrated to Jakarta, and I work in the
Oh.
United Nation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, UNDP, United Nation
Yes.
Development Program.
Yes, I know. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
I work for, in UN we have things
Mm-hmm.
so called Sustainable Development Program,
Okay.
SDGs.
Yes, SDGs, I know that. There's a
Yeah,
16, if I'm
I
wrong.
work. It's actually 20. I forgot. It was a very long time ago.
Okay.
So I work. Okay, good. So I work in the UNDP in the program so-called Sustainable
Mm-hmm.
Development Finance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a program focusing on how to allocate the money from the Indonesian government and also from the UN to
Mm-hmm.
allocate it to many
Oh.
sector in SDGs. There are a lot of sectors in SDGs such as environment and
Mm-hmm.
child protections, human rights, and
Mm-hmm.
etc. A lot. So I worked
Okay.
there for 8 months,
Mm-hmm.
and
Amazing.
after that, I just thought, okay, I'm here in Jakarta already. I need to go beyond, and
Mm-hmm.
I applied some job in Malaysia, and I moved there. And finally, after I worked in Malaysia for 2 years, I
Yes.
think, oh, it's enough. I already had the experience living in Malaysia and work
Mm-hmm.
here, and I think I need to go beyond. And I
Yes.
tried to apply many jobs to all around the world. You name
Mm-hmm.
it. I applied job in USA. I applied job in South Korea. I applied job in
You
Japan
try
and in
everything,
Europe.
right?
And I applied every single job opportunity. And after that, there was this company, my current company right now, and I
Uh-huh.
applied, and after that, they were interested with me. They called me, and there were some interview and stuff. And finally, I end up here in Budapest, Hungary.
Amazing, amazing. There's a lot of
Thank you.
story back then, and then maybe it was started when you really want to go abroad and you are trying
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of
That's
things
right.
like, student exchange. It makes you more interested by exploring the world itself, right?
That's right.
Okay, good, amazing. And can I know about? We know that we are in the midst of pandemic right now, and how pandemic
Oh my
impacted the
God.
life in the Hungary itself.
This pandemic, it's impact the whole sectors
Yes,
in
definitely.
our walk of life in the entire world. You name it, every single sectors. You
Mm-hmm.
can say tourism, education, business, everything. I feel so bad, and I'm kind of like I'm kind of scared
Mm-hmm.
in a way. Yeah, okay, that's the thing. So yeah, the pandemic happening also in Hungary, but we're already experiencing the second wave of the pandemic.
Okay.
So the first wave happening uh, last March,
Okay.
2020, last March. So at the beginning, uh, actually my
Oh.
birthday is on
Uh-huh.
March 13. So on last March, I planned to go to Czech Republic,
Uh-huh.
Prague, and I plan to go to Auschwitz in Poland. But this pandemic attacked Hungary.
Okay.
One day before my tour, my birthday trip, the government imposed the lockdown.
Oh.
So it was a lockdown in the entire Hungary. So we cannot go anywhere. We cannot go outside Hungary. We are advised to stay at house. And at the time, the street was like not many people. It's like in a
Yes.
ghost town. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's crazy.
Yes.
So the first wave, the government recorded case around 500, 600.
Oh, it's
It
kind of
was
many.
during the spring season.
Okay.
And after that, we entered the summer when the temperature raising.
Yes.
During the summer, the case dropped. Like
Oh,
in a
okay.
day, it was only like 5 cases or 10 cases in a day. So it was
Wow.
dropped. And
Uh-huh.
the government stopped the lockdown during the
Yes.
summer,
Uh-huh.
and people could go outside,
Uh-huh.
and the situation was getting back to normal. Everyone was so happy, especially I'm saying like during the
Uh-huh.
summer,
Uh-huh.
everyone like just so happy summer.
Yes.
In Hungary, we only experiencing the warm or the
Uh-huh.
hot of the weather
Yes.
only like 1 month, and after that
Oh,
it's a
just a
cold
short
weather.
one.
So that's
Okay.
why the during the summer everyone
Mm-hmm.
goes outside. So the
Yes.
summer the case drop,
Oh, amazing. What
and
what what's the reason in a way?
unfortunately no.
Uh-huh. It's rising
Huh?
again. I really curious
Sorry.
why it's become, the decrease. The number is getting decreased in the summer, and what the reason why? Maybe Indonesians can
Oh, okay.
also.
That's a good question. So I think it's because of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Because of the lockdown,
Okay.
the lockdown was a little bit strict. So the government imposed the lockdown, and after that, the government forbid any like any what we call any crowd that more than
Yes.
500 people. So we cannot gather
Yes.
in a big event. So every single event was canceled.
Yeah.
So that's the second one. And number three is uh, they close the business, they close the school, and people need to work from home.
Yes.
So they limit the movement of the people. And number four, we have to wear masks in public transportation,
Uh
in
huh.
mall or in indoor areas, and
Yes.
people follow the regulation. Uh, they're here, they follow the regulation, and after that, oh, there's a unique thing happening here as
What's
well.
that?
So in Europe,
Uh huh.
in Hungary, we have many older people, like people more than 60 years old,
Okay.
right?
Uh huh.
So the government imposed this regulation. They divided the time of shopping in the
Oh.
market. So,
Okay.
for example,
Uh huh.
the people more than 60 years old, they can shopping to the grocery store
Uh huh.
from 7 until after 12. So the government limit the possibility of the virus transfer from the young people to the
To
elder
the old.
people, to the
Yes.
elderly. So there's another policy that the government imposed, and after that they close all of the border. Like people from outside Hungary,
Yes.
they cannot enter Hungary during the lockdown. I think
The
that's
reason.
one of the reason why the case dropped. Okay, so the case dropped during the summer.
Uh huh.
And now it's already fall season,
Yes.
autumn.
Uh-huh.
The temperature getting colder again.
Yes.
The case increasing again, and now
Mm-hmm.
the and the government also now, I think they're preparing for another lockdown, the second
Oh, okay.
lockdown. So
Mm-hmm.
now we're experiencing the second wave of coronavirus. That's crazy.
That's also happening in Indonesia. Exactly. We have a lot of positive, there's a getting
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
again, and I think it's also the same with all over the world, like in many country in the world itself, like the coronavirus is getting higher again, and yeah, that's so
Yeah, yeah,
sad.
that's crazy.
That's
And
mm-hmm.
one thing. I two of one of my close friend,
Yes.
she's tested positive
Uh,
of coronavirus,
where where
and
where is
now
she or where he?
she's in Pekanbaru, and
Okay.
she's hospitalized in RSUD Madani.
Oh my
And now
God,
I
that's
think
so sad.
she's stronger. She's still in the hospital already 2 weeks. Can you imagine? Already 2 weeks.
Yes.
And she's just at the same age with me, 27 or 28 years old. She got the virus.
Okay, hopefully.
And one more is my junior in university, but
Okay.
now she already recovered.
Oh, that's good.
And there are four people that I know in my residential areas in
Yes.
Pekanbaru. They're also tested positive, and two of them passed away.
Oh my God, that's so
Crazy.
sad. Oh, I really hope that people's getting recovery very soon about and the pandemic please go away. We really hope this will be happens, right? You already mentioned about the pandemic, how impacted to the nations, and I'm really curious how it was impacted to your daily life itself. Do you ever working in a home or something like that, please?
Yeah, I've been working from home since last March and until indefinite time. There's a possibility until next year. So
Oh,
I've been
okay.
living, working from home now.
Okay. Until now, you're still
That's
working at home?
impact. That's Yeah. Until now, I'm working from home until indefinite time.
Oh, okay.
Probably until next year. So it impact to my job, but for the functionality of job itself, it doesn't impact a lot in my company, but it's only for the for the how do I explain this? It's more about the daily job.
Uh-huh.
So when it's
Oh,
working from home, but
yes.
it doesn't really impact my company, the function of the company. Thanks God, Alhamdulillah.
Okay, amazing. Great. And then maybe for another reason, besides you are working there, right? So you're working like 1 years in
Yeah, I
Budapest
work
right
here.
now. Mm-hmm.
Almost
And
1 year next month. It's gonna be 1 year.
oh, next month will be 1 year, so it's like 11 years right now. And and
No, no,
maybe
no, no, no.
is it right? Okay.
It's already 11 months.
Uh
Next month
huh.
it's gonna be 12 months, then 1 year.
Okay,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And we'll move to another questions right now. Is that being,
Sure.
expand in international as a in Hungary makes your we are going to the environment issues right now, and then
Sure.
is
That's
that
why I wear green now. It's
oh
green.
that's
Almost
really
green.
great, yeah. And then is that being like living in a lot of country makes your perspective about the environment issues about the earth itself was changed because yeah, please.
It is. It really influenced my mindset right now, especially talking about the environment. Because right now here, if you want to buy something in a grocery store, you need to pay for the plastic bag. It's different
Yes.
with Indonesia, right? So in Indonesia, when you want to buy something, they always provide you with many plastic bag,
With free
and you
plastic
can,
bag.
yeah, free plastic bag. After you use it one time, it's disposable. You can throw it away.
Yes.
But here, I can say, sorry.
Yes. That's okay.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
but here it's kind of different. You need to buy for the plastic. You need to buy it, and
Mm-hmm.
after you use it, you need to keep it. So whenever you want to buy something, you're gonna use the exact same plastic bag.
Okay.
So it's not disposable.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that I learned here. So
Mm-hmm.
I already okay with that. And right now, again,
Mm-hmm.
if I want to go to the grocery store, I always bring my own backpack. So I
Oh.
always bring it with me. I put
Uh-huh.
everything into my backpack,
Oh,
not using
great.
plastic bag anymore. That's the
Uh-huh.
first thing.
Okay.
Second thing,
Mm-hmm.
because the public transportation here in Budapest is really well integrated.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So many people prefer to use the public transportation here,
Yes.
and we mobilize from one place to another place with the public transportation. I
Mm-hmm.
think that what I want to implement if I go back to Indonesia, want to
Yes.
visit someone, I'll try to use public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of
Yes.
dilemmatic.
I
I don't
understand
know
what
the
you're
word,
saying. Mm-hmm.
but just saying
Mm-hmm.
dilemmatic as well in Indonesia, because the problem is public transportation in Indonesia. It's not really good. I
Yes.
believe
Mm-hmm.
many young people, they want to use public transportation,
That's right.
but the problem is the government doesn't really support the well
Mm-hmm.
integrated public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are in Indonesia. We are in the situation we
Yes.
want to change, but
Yeah.
we're not getting the support from the authority, right? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yes, I
So that's
understand.
the problem in Indonesia, I guess.
Yes.
And that's the second thing. And the third things I learned here, it's
Mm-hmm.
like how to appreciate the plant. In
Okay.
Hungary, whenever
Uh-huh.
you move to a new house,
Uh-huh.
people will bring plant,
Oh,
like a
okay.
small plant to your house. So
Okay.
that's the thing that I learned here.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the Western European countries,
Mm-hmm.
it's much more better regarding on the environment, especially in the
Mm.
Switzerland,
Yes.
in Germany or
Mm-hmm.
something. They have many ideas to save the world from the
Yes.
global warming or the climate change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amazing. So those the three things that make your perspective change about the environment, right?
Yeah.
And for your information itself, in Indonesia now, but not in Pekanbaru, but in Jakarta and also Bali, Bali is already banned the single-use plastic bag.
Ah,
Like yes,
okay.
in
Just heard
2008,
of that.
yes, in 2018, Bali is already banned the plastic bags and also the plastic straw, some things like using the single-use plastic. And now in Jakarta is also implement those kind of things because like the waste of the plastic is getting bigger and we have to change. But unfortunately, it's not happen in many countries or many cities in Indonesia. That's so sad.
Ah, I see. So it's more about regional regulation. It's not a
Yes,
nationwide regulation, right?
yes, yes. But
Yeah, I think there should be such that regulations implemented nationwide, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, but I was just wondering, you
Mm-hmm.
are an environmentalist. You really care. You're really aware about the environmental issues
Uh
in
huh.
Indonesia. What do you think about the young people? Do we, as the threat of the climate change and the global warming? What do you think?
Uh,
I'm kind of curious.
um, can you repeat it because your voice is not so.
Okay,
Uh huh.
so you are an environmentalist. You
Yes.
really care. You're aware about the environmental issues
Mm-hmm.
happening in Indonesia. So my questions,
Mm-hmm.
as your observation,
Yes.
especially for the young people in Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
do you think we are aware
Yeah,
of the climate
I
change,
got
of
it.
the global warming, of the many environmental issues? What do you think?
I got it. Okay. And I think that's the reason because like many people is not aware about what is happening
Ah,
throughout
okay.
our environment. And then when I just talk to my friends, now you're asking me, right? Yeah. when I told my friends about not, how to, protect the natures and how to living with a sustainable one, like they don't give a like a, they don't even care, they don't even care. And then that's why we are as a media in Pekanbaru in Indonesia, we are
Ah,
working
I see.
to spread the awareness that this is important and we have to protect it if we really want to live with this earth until we are getting older and also our grandchildren and something like that.
We need to protect the environment, right? Oh yeah, I
Yes,
remember.
definitely.
I have a sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Pekanbaru right now.
Yeah.
She's real. She's. Do you know Hanani?
I don't know,
I think you
sorry.
don't. Okay.
Uh-huh.
She's also really care of the environment.
Mm-hmm.
She joined some community, and right now in
Yes.
my house,
Mm-hmm.
she's been starting to separate the trash,
Ah, okay, the
the you,
waste.
the one that can be recycled and the one
Uh-huh.
that cannot be recycled, and she does that. She's
Mm-hmm.
been doing that for quite a long time. So I saw from her post, from her stories in Instagram, she's been
Yes.
doing that. And I have a funny story here.
Uh-huh.
So I've been living here almost 1 year, and
Uh-huh.
I just realized 1 month ago
Mm-hmm.
in my city, in my apartment, you
Yes.
need to separate the trash,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
plastic, the organic and
Mm-hmm.
unorganic.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when the trashing system here,
Yeah.
when you want to dump your trash,
Uh-huh.
you need to go to the common areas
Mm-hmm.
downstairs,
Uh-huh.
and in the common areas there are three different trash bin, a humongous one.
Uh-huh.
And usually I just mix every single trash. It's
Okay.
organic, it's paper, it's bottle. I mix it and I just throw it away.
Okay.
And
What's happened?
this thing happened. I wanted to dump the trash.
Uh-huh.
I went to downstairs and I dumped it into the trash bin.
Uh-huh.
Like I mixed everything, and
Yes.
suddenly there was the what we call the apartment management. They
Mm-hmm.
caught me red-handed and they told to me, "Hey, you cannot do that. You have to separate between the plastic, the bottle, and the
Okay.
organic." And at the time, oh my gosh, I just realized that I need to separate the trash here. And after that, I learned, okay, start from right now. I will
Mm-hmm.
separate everything, every single trash. So there was thing happening when I'm here.
Yeah. So when there is a like regulations, we can like have a path to get a sustainable one.
That's right.
Yeah. And
Yeah, yeah. I think if change something, we
uh-huh.
need to have a really clear
Mm.
regulation. That's the first one that we need to implement. And number two,
Mm-hmm.
sanctions,
Yes.
punishment. We need
That's
to
right.
have it,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's I think the problem right now,
Uh-huh.
I also heard Jakarta, they have that regulation, but because the sanction it's not really serious,
Uh-huh.
and there is no what we call supervision of the regulation. People just know, okay, there's regulation, but there's no sanction, there is
Mm.
no punishment.
Yes.
So that's why it's less effective. So
Mm-hmm.
if we want to make something effective, there must be a clear regulation and
Yes.
punishment,
Yes.
I
That's
think.
yes. That's 100%. I really agree with you. And maybe we're going to move to another questions right now, related to the topic. So our topic today is living harmony with the earth. And for your point of view, what is the definitions from your perspective living with harmony with the earth itself?
Wow,
Uh
that's
huh.
such a that's such a such a good questions.
Uh huh.
It's like a beauty pageant questions, Miss Universe questions.
Okay, that's so funny though. Okay.
Okay, my own definition of living harmony with the earth
Uh huh.
is, oh, okay. I think when you can it's about when you can live together with the earth, and you are aware you are not the only one who's living in the earth right now. There is an animal, they have their own environment. There is a plant, they have their own environment. So you also protect them. You not only protect yourself, but you also protect the other. And after that, after you're aware you're not the only person, or you're not the only creature living in the earth, you also think that there will be future generation who's gonna be living in this earth. So I need to make sure they can breathe the same air with me. They can experience the same thing with me. So I think that's the definition of living harmony with the earth. You are aware. You're not only living alone. You are aware there are also another creature. There are animal. There are plants, and also you're aware there are future generation who's going to be living in the earth. You have to make sure that they can breathe the same air, they can see the same animal, they can see the same plant or something.
Amazing. That's a great,
Thank you.
like that's so amazing. And like you are also asking me about why, how the youth sees the environment issues, and for your perspective, how to educate people, especially it's like in your hometown in Rio or in Indonesia, that living harmony with the earth, it was important, and not only for the earth itself, it was for our futures, it was for ourselves. That how can we change, how can we educate people like in the right one, please.
Okay. To educate and to raise their awareness about the
Yes.
environment, number one, we need to have a clear regulation. Clear regulation is really important.
Yeah.
And after you have a clear regulation, you need to involve many people in the societies. It's not only the job of the government, but also it's the job of the RT/RW. It's also the job of the youth. It's also the job of the school. It's also the job of the Majelis Taklim. It's also the job of every single person. We need to involve all people. So after we involve all people, can you imagine if you involve all people? For example, in Pekanbaru, we have so many organizations. We have the
Yes.
Majelis Taklim, we have the youth organization, we
Yes.
have the motorbike organization. If, let's say, we invite one of the member of those organization
Yeah.
in the community meeting, someone from the Majelis Taklim, someone from the youth organization, someone from the Anak Motor organization, we involve all of them together.
Yes.
Just one
Okay.
of them,
Got it.
and one that have a big influence in their organization. We invite them to talk together. So you invite all of the influence, like people, all of the people that have the big influence in each organization, and you invite one of them and you educate them about environment,
Yes.
about other thing. And after you educate them, there must be a budget. There must be like compensation, because everything will move easily with money.
Yeah.
We know that, right? So after you give them education, you provide them with a lot of resources, and you send them back to their organization.
Yes.
And I do believe those people will influence the other people.
That's right.
And that's the second thing. You involve many people to achieve the target. That's the second thing. And the third one, it's about the punishment,
Okay.
the fine. We need to have a punishment. If you implement something, or if you impose a new regulation,
Yes.
you need to supervise that. You have to make sure that people abide by or follow the regulation.
Yes.
One of the way through the punishment. If we have these three things, I do believe that people mindset about the environment will be changed. They will be more aware about the environment. I have a story about Singapore. Do you know Singapore? It used to be one of the developing countries long
Yes.
time ago. I will get the punishment. Better for me to follow the regulation. Where's Singapore right now? They're one of the developed countries in one of the developed country in Southeast Asia.
Yes.
So I think that's the thing that we can do.
Yes, really can change if you're just trying to make some changes itself, I think. And yeah, it was so great, so amazing. And for the last questions that I have for today, your message or your calls to our listeners, Green Radio Line listeners, and also the people, Indonesians. You can say it with Indonesian's language, or even you can say it in English. It depends on your place.
Okay. Hi, the listener. My calls to you, my message. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and my YouTube channel.
Great.
No, just kidding.
Uh-huh.
Just kidding.
That's okay.
Okay.
You can say
Just
what
kidding.
is your
Okay, my
Instagram and YouTube.
calls. Okay, hey you guys, my call to y'all. If you want to have clear future, if you want to make sure that the future generation will breathe the same air, will experience the same thing, can see the same animal, the same plant, can eat the same thing, the paddy, the banana, orange, or everything. You have to make sure you don't have to be egoistic by throwing away the garbage, by cutting down the trees. You have to protect the environment. So that's my message.
Okay, great, amazing. And yeah, we really thank you for all of the sharing sessions that you has given to us. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.
Thank you very much. It's really great talk to you all. See you. Have a
See
good one.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Saat ini Anda sedang mendengarkan Radio Era Baru, Green Radio Line, Beyond the Limit.